I experience crazy synchronicities and magic and oneness and non-duality every single day that it has become very normalized for me, but I want to share a few experiences of synchronicity and meeting people this week, strange ways that just go right past the logical mind and you find yourself right at the heart of divine timing and receiving signs that everything's happening in perfect alignment and fashion. While I share these stories, they're mostly entertaining, but it's just so you can see how specific the universe, God, source, whatever it is you want to call it, how intimately that is tied in with your life and working in every moment to bring you exactly where you're meant to be, make the connections that you are meant to connect with. Everything is communicating with you all the time. Anyways, I went out to a park this week. This park I've had another crazy synchronicity about 3 years ago at, where I was looking everywhere for a perfect spot. I don't know how many of you can relate to that, but it's like the vibes in a park in different areas are very different. Every tree is different, obviously different for your needs and desires at the time. I'm normally like reading a book or journaling, something that I don't want to be situated next to a lot of people for. But also I like to keep myself open to meeting people. So it's like finding a happy medium. This is a story from 3 years ago, but it ties in with what happened this week, so just stay with me. After walking around the park for like 40 minutes trying to find a spot, because I'm kind of crazy and have some OCD-like tendencies towards perfectionism, so I do that with my location in a park as well. I came there specifically after an intense experience, an intense psychedelic experience where I'm like, oh my God, so many things have just been shown to me on a universal, metaphysical, existential level, but also for my human life. So I went to that tree and was meditating at that tree, and I felt somebody's energy around me at the tree, and they were feeding the squirrels there and said that this was like a very special spiritual spot for them, and they had been coming to this tree specifically for like 30 years. And then he had told me that he had specific information coming through that wanted to be channeled to me, and he sat there channeling exact information that aligned with what I had just experienced in my trip for probably like 30 minutes straight. It was just like pouring out from source through him, and it was 100% legit. I have experience with psychic mediums also, so I am experienced in those realms and I can tell what's legit and what's not legit. Fast forward to this week, I'm back at this same park, different area, going to a drum circle. I'm with my best friend. She has to leave for work. She sees somebody that she knows, she's chatting, I'm alone. He offers her chocolate, she's like, no, but maybe my friend would want some, go talk to her. He comes up to me, we're looking at each other, I'm like, hello. We're like, you look so familiar. We're both kind of eyeing, and then we're like naming, is it this, is it that? No. But I didn't want to freak him out yet because I wasn't 100% sure. I hadn't seen him in 4 years. I had already met this person before. So I just started naming off like a few things that I remembered or where we were at in Peru. And he's like getting freaked out. But then it eventually clicks. And he wore his Peru necklace that day that he hadn't worn in a long time, that he felt called to wear. This just collapses timelines. Was I even planning on coming to this area when he put on the necklace? Like all of these things that tie in and are connected to make a meeting happen, and how you can observe this happening in your life every single day. It can go unnoticed, but even the smallest things are being set up for you to notice that you are connected to them. That was like brief encounter, but still trippy because my friend and I had been talking about Peru probably like 10 minutes before. And she didn't know that I had already met this person. She thought she was introducing me to them for the first time. And I didn't even know that they lived in Toronto. And I'm not from Toronto. So fast forward to yesterday now. I am in a park alone, doing what I do best, journaling, reading, taking my time to be in nature. And not long after I got to the park, about 15 feet away from me, I see another blonde girl come with her backpack, and she has 2 backpacks, and I notice there's cats in them. I also have 2 cats, and I bring them outside. She looked just like me. Her energy was similar to mine. I was like, oh my God, I'm looking at like a fractal of myself right now. I went back to what I was doing in the first place, journaling, reading, finishing what I wanted to do. My intention being there was to be with myself. But the girl was still there, and I was like, okay, I feel like I'm meant to go talk to this girl. Like things are just, this is way too much similarity. And part of me is waiting, like maybe she'll come up to me, you know. She didn't, and I'm like, maybe this is also an initiation for me to listen to my intuition and take action on it. be bold. So I go and chat with her, and I can immediately feel that her energy is so clear, and I'm just looking into her eyes and feeling so comfortable, and she's sharing with me. And the point in her life that she was at fit in so well with my work of spirituality and self-actualization, and being a messenger for her, that she can trust herself to go into the unknown, that she can travel and be nomadic. Myself and my whole friend group, honestly, we're a big group of encouragers. We'll encourage you that you can do anything. We will encourage you that you are capable and powerful. So all of us have stories like this where we're placed along people's paths at the perfect point where they're right at that junction where they need a little push. So that was perfect. I was also letting her know that I had just booked a trip to BC, Vancouver, and she had been making the decision if she was also going to go. So that was further confirmation for her. Conversation was just flowing and feeling like I had a best friend right in front of me. And then she brought up the Renaissance Festival. And I was like, yeah, I love the Renaissance Festival. I brought my friends from Canada to Michigan to come to the Renaissance Festival. And I went to look up a picture on my phone, and I felt like I was taking away from the conversation, so I was just trying to find it as quickly as possible. And only one came up, only one photo. And I showed her that photo, and her immediate response was like, hey, I knew she knew these people. My best friend and her sister, who is also my friend. So I'm friends with her friend. I'm not even from Toronto. This is a random girl next to me in a spot that I had never sat before, in a different park, that my crazy self also took 30 minutes trying to find the best spot, sat right there. Now, our mutual friend is over in Spain right now. This girl was supposed to be with her teaching English there. They went to school together. They were like very good friends. Somehow I just stumble upon her and become instant besties, and so trippy, but also not at all, which is why I almost didn't even share this, even though it's such a magical experience, because it's not by accident. It's not coincidence. It's energy moving where it wants to move. It's consciousness rising. It is the very real experience of having angels sent your way when you need them to be sent your way. You will never miss what is meant for you. It is always right on time. It is always on your path when you need it to be. And the more open that you are to that, the more you experience this on a daily basis. The more you listen to your intuition and take action when it tells you to, the more you experience magic. I share these experiences because life feels so much more meaningful when you feel like you have everybody else and everything intimately connected under your arms, in your hands, under your wing, holding each other, hugging each other through this human experience. It's like I'm experiencing psychedelic trips without taking any substances, because it's all pointing back to me. When I say me, I don't just mean the personal self, I mean the self that includes everything in existence and non-existence. So this person was meant to hear from me. This person was meant to reconnect with our mutual friend. This random conversation that just sparked out of nowhere needed to happen for her and for me. When you're meant to have these little energetic nudges, they happen, they pop up. I could keep going onto other synchronistic experiences, but I'm just going to leave it there because it's fresh. Let me know in the comments if you have experienced this. I'm sure we all have, but any of your most recent or most trippy would love to hear, and I'm sure everybody else reading the comments would also love it. I love you guys. It's been such a pleasure to spend this time and share my experience with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.